Welcome back, guys, with a new video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers 3 Series 86. I was about to say Bone Crusher, not Bone Crusher, Long Haul, there you go. And honestly, out of all the Constructicons, this guy's honestly my favorite. I like how he's so like bulky and he's actually like hefty. Only thing is that this part kind of blocks his face. So like, yeah, that's one thing bad about it. But I mean, honestly, it's still good. It's a great figure. But yeah, and the posability on this guy is really nice. His arms can go like that out. His wrists don't have a wrist rotation, but they can go in, I guess. But his arms or elbows are in a ball joint, so they could go all around and all that. But yeah, and then his arms can go forward, back, and all that. And I like how this part's kind of like not loose, but like it's loose, but like it's not that loose where it's gonna move. But yeah, and the head could go 360. Please, if I can do it. There you go. And this is the gun he comes with. So yeah, that's cool. Also, I'm using Devastator's gun as a little thing to hold up his trailer. But you could do that if you want. And this is what he comes with in the pack. He comes with Devastator's wings that do clip on here. You know what? I'm gonna take everything off first. There you go. That's kind of the hips of it. You kind of see it. But yeah, that's his trailer. It's actually really big. So yeah, that's cool. And these are Devastator's accessories. Crap, hold on. I'm not sure why I didn't inform this before I did the video. Oh well. Do that really quickly. And then do this. Alright. There you go. These are the Devastator things that he comes with. He comes with Devastator's arms and then his chest plate. But yeah, and I like how everything stores on the trailer. Actually, very nice. I'm glad they added that. And Long Haul, continuing with his posability, his legs can go back. Crap, my bad. Front, and he does have a knee bend. That's past 90, and he has a second joint that makes his knee able to do that. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, and then down to the details. The details are actually really nice. This guy's hefty, like I said, so he's actually pretty nice. No backpack, thankfully. I mean, the wheels, they don't bother me at all. But yeah, and also I really like that is actually surprisingly good detail on this figure. If you could kind of see it, there's like the stuff that goes in the car, like the motor and the stuff like that, which they did not have to add. But yeah, that was cool. And then with this trailer, like I said, and in order to store everything on the trailer, first thing you want to do is fold out this little flap this little peg that was on the arms. So fold out the peg and then rotate the arm like this, and then just fold it in. You're gonna hear a little click. And then this you could tab on to here. And they could be like little missiles. And same with the other arm. Take that out, rotate it, and then bend it. There you go. And also, it does matter that you do bend it the right way, or else it won't, fold in. But yeah, and then his wings, you could, Devastator's chest plate, you could take off the wings. And I really like how this part of Devastator actually clips on the trailer. It goes like this. These two little tabs are gonna peg into here. So yeah, hold on, let me just get that out of the way. They're gonna go down. There you go. So that's cool. And then the wings, they have this plug right here, and then this tab. The tab is gonna fold into here. Go into there, and then this is gonna peg into this slot. So you do that, and there you go. Boom. Should be looking like that. Same with the other side. Peg it on, and then boom. So yeah, that's really cool. And that's, like I said, Devastator's hips or thighs. No, his waist and thighs. This is the upper torso. But yeah, now down to the transformation. Long Haul's transformation is actually really nice. I keep flipping this guy back and forth from vehicle to robot. But first thing you want to do is fold in the fists. And next thing you want to do is kind of fold out the grill, or this front part of the vehicle, and snap. Hold on. Oh, no, actually this doesn't have nothing to do with it. Okay, I'm just there. Untab this whole front part, and then fold I was about to say Devastator. Fold in Long Haul's head, and it's actually important that you untab this whole part, because if not, this actually goes up here, so it's gonna push out his head, which I learned very quickly. But yeah, so then fold in his grill, and then untab this whole section, bring it forward, and then boom, like that. Oh, actually tab it in. There you go. Tab in so it looks like that, and then fold it down. And yeah, and also tab in the legs together. They're gonna tab into each other, those two and those two. So yeah, and then just leave the legs like that. And now to the arms. So the arms are also on a little thing here, like they kind of like not peg in, but like I don't know, they're like they could split in half like that. And yeah, so anyways, the arms like this. Untab it, rotate the arm, and then since it's on a ball joint, fold it like that. So it's gonna be looking like that. Hold on, let me fix this. Alright, so it's gonna be looking like that. So first thing you want to do is actually fold in the arm like that, and then bring this part up and tab it onto this little purple slot right there. So yeah, you're gonna hear a little quick click. I said quick. Little click. There you go. And it'll be tabbed in. By the way, I forgot to show it, but this whole part, this part is what tabs into this purple part. So yeah, first things you want to do is fold in the the arm, and then untab it from there. Fold, no, not fold, but kind of like move the angle of the arm like that, and then wedge it in there, and then tab it in. If I can tab it, please. There you go. And then tab it in, you hear the click. So yeah, that's the front part. Really simple, really easy, also kind of fast. And next thing you want to do is untab the legs because they're tabbed in, and then fold them all the way around. And they're gonna tab into something back there. So yeah, that's actually the vehicle mode. And his vehicle mode is actually really nice. It has great movement, except I have a weird desk and a weird little platform, so it can't move. But the wheels are great. This is actually one of my favorite construction vehicle modes, and compared to the Combiner Wars Devastator Long Haul, this is way better, the 86 one. And I know a lot of people are kind of upset that like Devastator, it's Long Haul. The Long Haul doesn't have like a little scoop thing, like it's not empty here, but I don't really care. Like, what are you gonna put in there? But yeah, it's actually very nice vehicle mode. Very nice detail, like I said in here. That was really nice and cool that they didn't have to add. And yeah. And now on to the combined mode. This is gonna be hard. Anyways, first things you want to do is unpeg the legs and leave them like that. The arms are not gonna stay like that. You want to unpeg the arms, and where is it? This little tab here, right here, that little hole, you're gonna wanna peg that where again? I already forgot. It's combined mode construction. First things, actually, just untab both the arms. They could be like that. Take out the arms, and actually, I'm low-key trying to figure this out. Oh, my bad. No. Okay, so I was right. This part right here, that's gonna tab into right here. So you're gonna wanna, hold on, I'm just trying to fix this. Rotate. Wow. Okay. Fold the arm back and then rotate it right there. Rotate it, and you're gonna hear a little snap. There you go. And then I think I'm low-key just doing this wrong now. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Alright. And then this slot right here, this little peg, move. That little peg right there is going to tab into there. So the arms are done. I just made this very complicated, and it was very simple. His arms were always most confusing. The arms were the most confusing part when I first got this guy. There you go. So his arms should be looking like that. That made it look confusing, and it's not. So then fold up the arm, or take it out. Then next you want to do is find the tab right there. Find the tab. So fold it back up and rotate it to where the tab is, like that, and then tab it in. Where there, and then plug the bottom section in. There you go. So now it should be looking like that from under and like that on the side. And then next thing you want to do is actually fold his fold his legs down and take this whole section and fold it back, because these two tabs that do usually plug into these two tabs for the legs or for the vehicle mode are gonna tab into here, these two. So yeah, do that, and there it should be. Hold on, there you go. Should be looking like that now, folded on itself. And then he does have these two little tabs right here, which I think are heel spurs, but I mean, I don't know. But you're gonna use those two, fold the legs in, and these two little indents are gonna be tabbed into these parts. So fold that in, and then just push them. You're gonna feel it when you put them in. And that's the combined mode. That is the chest area of Devastator. So yeah, and now onto the hips and thighs. So take all of Devastator's parts off, and now onto the transformation. So first things you want to do is untab this whole part, move it all the way back, then go like that, and then the hip skirts, you want to untab those because they're tabbed into here. So untab these things, and then also fold up these little purple parts, fold them up and tab them in together. And then you're gonna hear a whole lot of clicking, but you want to fold the whole hip down. There you go. And then fold the hip skirt down, and then fold down all the thighs and legs. That's a lot of clicking. And put the hip skirt down, and yeah. And then for the back part, it's gonna collapse on itself. So first you want to lift it up, bring it like that. Oh, okay, so bring it all the way like that, fold it in, and then fold it in again from the opposite side, and then plug those two tabs onto each other, and then boom. Should be looking like that. It's kind of weird. It just collapses on itself. But yeah, that is the thighs and / hips of Devastator. And then just put Devastator's shield back. I'm only going to combine these two because they're supposed to, and they're like together. Only reason why I'm combining it. But yeah, we're not gonna need these parts anymore, the arms. But yeah, also another thing that I really liked is that his shield actually tabbed onto his front grill. So these two little indents on each side are gonna be tabbed in or held in by these two tabs right here. Hold on, these two tabs. So yeah, want to tab that in. If I could do it. There you go, tabbed in. So it's gonna be like that. And I like how it's not loose at all. It like really holds it in, including with these two slots for Bone Crusher and Scavenger. They like also plug in, so it makes the shield really secure, and that's nice. And then this part is gonna tab into there. I don't really know how to explain it, but you just want to kind of insert it. There you go. Let me just really push it in. There you go. Alright, now that I'm done, also these two little indents are gonna plug into the knees of Devastator. I mean, knees of Bone. Oh my god, I can't remember this guy's name. Longhaul, there you go. So yeah, plug that right there in, or slide it in there. Make sure everything is together, and I think everything's tabbed in. Alright, and that's the whole chest and hips area of Devastator. But yeah, this guy's really tall. He's the size of my hand. I do have short hands. But yeah, he's turned out to be great. I always have him completed, but since I'm doing the video on the Constructicons, he's not put together. But yeah. So yeah, that's his combine mode. And now, time to turn him back. Okay, no, just take off this whole shield right now. Actually, please turn up. Okay, I'm just trying to do this quickly. Alright, come on. Alright, take that off. And then, first things you want to do is kind of get this whole part untabbed. My bad. Pull on it. I recommend you pull on it from here because there's nowhere really else to pull on it from. So yeah. First, actually detach it from the knees. Alright, there you go. And then pull it from here. There you go. And we split them in half. So yeah, anyway, transform this guy back. Uncollapse everything from here. Lift up the hip skirts. Make sure everything is straight. Fold up the legs. Fold them in. Fold up this leg. Fold it in. And then untab these two purple parts. There you go. Unfold them and put them back. And then make this whole thing collapse on itself. There you go. You're gonna hear it all click together. There you go. So yeah, there's that. And then long haul, I'm low-key just gonna, alright, long haul, I'm gonna make you transform. Boom! Here he is. Transform. But yeah, this figure is actually really nice. Even if you're not trying to build Devastator, I think you can still get him. You should get him. There you go. Because he's actually a good figure. His transformation is well. And yeah, including with his trailer, he's just a cool part of Devastator. But yeah, that is my review on the Transformers 3 Series 86. I don't know why I want to keep saying Bone Crusher. Long haul. There you go. Long haul. Anyways, also, maybe there might be a stop motion. I'm gonna try to make a stop motion when I have time. It might not be out in a while, but still, there's gonna be a stop motion soon. And when I mean soon, probably at least in a few weeks, or maybe next week. Who knows? Whenever I have time, cause I don't have time. I really don't. But yeah. Anyways, that is my review on the Transformers 86 mix. No, it is Mixmaster, my bad. No, not Mixmaster, long haul. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, actually not peace. Again, for like the last time, I have to even turn my light back on. Wait, is it? There. I forgot to review the box. The box is too huge, but I'm just gonna put it in the back. That is the box. I'm actually lift this up. There's the box. There's Hook, Long Haul, Stewie Series, Hook, Long Haul, Transformers the movie, and then the back. Or here's the side. There's Hook and Long Haul, cool. And then to the side, there's a whole transformation and all that. There's all that, and then 3 out of 5. But yeah, and also the instructions. But yeah, cool. Now, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.